Well, the Ace Attorney anime is here. And to be honest, this one kinda snuck up on me. I knew that it was going to be starting in April, but I wasn't super excited for it. I guess that's what happens when Ace Attorney 6 consumes all my hype. But it's here, I need a new weekly anime to watch, and Ace Attorney is fairly close to perfection, so I'm gonna review the first episode. Now, I don't intend to review every single episode, more see what this one is like and give my thoughts on where I think the series is gonna go. And hey, maybe I can do more stuff like this in the future. Like when we get RWBY Volume 4. The Ace Attorney anime got announced at the 2015 Tokyo Game Show, but since it was announced during Ace Attorney 6 presentation, I just kinda forgot about it for a while. I knew that it was going to be a retelling of the first two games and that it didn't have the highest budget, but that's about it. It was pushed under my Ace Attorney radar while Maya got announced for 6, but then suddenly, last week, I checked my Twitter feed and hey, it was starting Saturday and everything was gonna be great. So, let's see what it did right. If you know Ace Attorney, you know the story of the first case. Frank Sahit murders Cindy Stone, Larry gets accused of the murder, Phoenix takes the case as his first, and the series begins. The opening scene recreates the beginning of the first turnabout quite nicely, and I do hope that they continue to do this for the start of other cases. After a brief shot of Phoenix biking off to court, answering the age-old question of how exactly he gets around, the opening begins. And it's something. It does some normal opening stuff, like having establishing shots of the main characters and giving the audience an awesome song to listen to, but it gets weird. There's a shot of Phoenix and Edgeworth rising up on some pillars of light, lots of flashy colors when they face off in court, and sunflowers. Is this supposed to be symbolism or what? I will say I do like the opening, even if it's mostly for the theme song, but it is a bit intense. I suppose they may have done this on purpose so the opening wasn't filled with spoilers, but still, I didn't think they could make a series about lawyers even more intense than it already is. But how about the episode as a whole? Well, it was never going to be as good as the games, but I will say that I was quite pleased when it was over. Like I said, the story is the same as it is in the game, just made shorter to fit into 20 minutes. So there isn't much to go over there. Phoenix cross-examines witnesses, touts the ever-popular objection, finds the contradictions, solves the case, everyone is happy, blah blah blah. Though I do like the little touches they added to the courtroom, like the TVs for pictures and video and an actual physical court record. Did they do a good job? Sure, though there was a noticeable lack of some jokes, but having already played through the first Ace Attorney game, the plot wasn't really a big deal for me. No, what I want to go over most is the animation of the episode. Now, I'm far from an expert on animation, but I know the good stuff and the bad stuff when I see it. Well, being made on a budget, it's not all that special, but there's actually some really good moments. The characters all move naturally, though there is some funky stuff in the opening. The locations are well done, the little bit of 3D animation at times can be a nice touch, and overall, it looks fine. It's not the best stuff you'll ever see, but there are far, far worse animations out there. However, one thing that I really did like about the animation is how it will sometimes reference the style of the games. For instance, when Larry and Sahit take the stand, perspective and animations are almost exactly the way they are in-game. There's also a nice little animation for witness testimonies and the classic text box for introducing characters. These are just some small details, but they're nice little touches that I'm glad are included, and hopefully we'll get some more references as the anime continues. Overall, I'd say that this episode showed a promising start. It didn't blow me away like some other first episodes have, but it's Ace Attorney. It didn't need to. I will blindly follow it to the ends of the earth, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Though I do wonder if they're going to end up including Rise from the Ashes in the story. I know that some people have problems with its continuity, but I think that they could tweak some parts of the story so that it ties in better with Justice for All. And if they did include it, we'd get Emma Skye, and that would make me very happy. I'm not going to give this episode a score or anything, but I will say that it's a good watch for fans of the series and might even catch the interest of people looking for something new. I look forward to seeing what the anime will bring, and I hope that the low budget doesn't make it go downhill over time. This has been Yellow Weasel, and I'll see you in the Dark World.